Hi, welcome to Audiobook Academy. This is a self-paced audiobook. There's no need to keep an eye on things. Just pay attention. Thank you for taking the time to listen. This is a book summary of So Good They Can Ignore You by Newport. In your opinion, how enthusiastic are you about your work? People who talk about how much they enjoy their jobs and how much they love what they do often make you feel envious. When it comes to career satisfaction, passion isn't the only factor, according to So Good They Can Ignore You. If you're skeptical of the passion hypothesis, but still want to know how to build a successful career, this book may have some answers for you in this regard. Self-improvement books by Newport often defy conventional wisdom, and the author is a compelling figure in the field. Venture capitalists, Hollywood screenwriters and superstar computer programmers, as well as rising academic stars, have all had a hand in the life of Newport. As a result of this wide range of experiences and self-reflection, he has come to understand what it takes to build a successful career. As soon as he heard this, it became clear to him that passion is a byproduct of a successful career, rather than the beginning. We'll quickly go over the most important points of So Good They Can Ignore You in this overview. The claim is that you can expect a perfect working life until you've mastered a skill. There appears to be a clear correlation between job satisfaction and skill acquisition and the ability to exert more control over one's working life. They've been able to pursue projects that interest them since regaining control. The three core elements that make people love what they do are competence, autonomy, and meaning. However, these things don't just appear out of nowhere, and following your passion isn't the only way to achieve them. It's possible that following your dreams won't be the best move. Children are frequently encouraged by adults to pursue their passions and aspirations. However, this has been shown in studies to have negative consequences. It demonstrates that encouraging young people to follow their passions actually decreases their chances of finding work that they are passionate about and that brings them fulfillment in their lives. As Newport explains, the passion hypothesis is flawed from the start. Do what you love became a catchphrase in the 1970s when the passion hypothesis was popularized as a way to avoid working a day in your life. However, this ethos of telling people to only do work they enjoy has resulted in constant job shifting, career uncertainty, and unrelenting anger. Job satisfaction has declined over the past few decades, according to research. For example, only 45% of Americans polled in 2010 said they were satisfied with their jobs. From 61% in 1987, this figure has dropped significantly. All of us assume that someone like Steve Jobs would have jumped headlong into his career with all of the ferocity of a young person. He didn't begin his career with a passion for computers, as is commonly believed. Prior to Apple's launch, Jobs had no interest in technology or entrepreneurship, it was something he happened upon. At the time, his goal was to become a Zen master, and Apple was merely a small-time ploy to make some money. There's no denying that Steve Jobs grew to love what he did as a job. As a result, Newport is of the opinion that one should not begin with passion. It's all about getting it. It's important to focus on two things to find your career passion: getting experience and developing a unique skill set. To have a fulfilling career, you need to have a lot of experience. According to a Yale University professor, people seem to enjoy their jobs more as they gain experience. A college administrative assistant's job may appear monotonous, but when asked about it, their responses varied significantly. 1/3 of those surveyed thought it was just a job to pay the bills. 1/3 of those polled said it was merely a stepping stone to something better. The final 1/3 of those polled thought it was a calling or an essential part of their life and identity. Interestingly, the more experience administrative assistants possessed, the more likely it was that they would find meaning in what they were doing and view it as a career path. The study found that after several years of experience, people were more likely to see their work as a calling. To put it another way, passion doesn't just appear on its own. However, experience isn't the only thing that matters, and getting better at what you do is essential if you want to enjoy it. Expertise, getting to the point where no one can ignore you any longer. A common finding in the literature is that people who are passionate about their careers have an extraordinary work ethic. Secondly, over a long period of time, they build up a rare and valuable skill, which they use as leverage to take control of their working life. It's possible to change the direction of your skill set once you have a compelling and impressive one. Find a job that's mission-driven. It's risky, says Newport, to look for a mission without any prior experience or expertise. Just because you want to organize your work around a mission doesn't mean that you'll be able to do so without difficulty. Jane is a good example of this. The founder of a non-profit dedicated to promoting a healthy lifestyle, human potential, and a meaningful existence, Jane, dropped out of college to begin this endeavor. As a result, Jane was unable to secure funding for her project. As a result, despite realizing the importance of having a mission, she found it difficult to put it into practice in her professional life. Jane was, in a sense, putting the cart in front of the horse. On the other hand, evolutionary biology professor Pardis Sabiti, a 35-year-old, is widely respected. Sabiti's professional goals are crystal clear. When it comes to fighting old diseases, she wants to use the latest technology. The fact that she was able to secure such a large grant shows how important this campaign has been. Pardis, in contrast to Jane, had a more limited perspective. She spent years honing her craft and narrowing her research focus. Only after she had gained enough experience and skills to identify a significant challenge did she take action. On the other hand, Jane did the exact opposite. Jane began her career by looking for a mission that would change the world. With no previous experience or training, she was only able to match her big-picture thinking with small and ineffectual deeds. As Newport puts it, in order to find your true calling, you need to find yourself in a position where you can make an impact. To make a big difference, you need to find the tiniest of gaps and exploit your unique abilities. In the end, a fulfilling career relies on a combination of skill, autonomy, and meaning. But how exactly do we go about achieving these goals? The next logical step is to read Deep Work, Newport's critically acclaimed book. Anyone who wants to take their mission to the next level should read this book. In an increasingly distracted world, Deep Work is a must-read for anyone in the creative knowledge work fields. When it comes to learning new skills and gaining expertise, it's not an easy task. When it comes to honing your skills, Newport recommends that you examine your work processes critically and shift your focus to deep work. Skills and expertise are, in the end, the most important things in the world. So, finding the perfect job isn't as simple as tracking down a mythical unicorn. According to Newport, we must perform our duties correctly. And while pursuing one's passions is an admirable goal, it's unrealistic in today's world. Dispelling the myth of following one's passion is something we should all work toward doing together. Instead, focus on developing a career that allows you to be creative, in which you have more control, and in which you can have an impact. Thank you for listening in Audiobook Academy. Please don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. See you in next audiobook.